Hello. Hope that this is working. Testing something slightly different out. Not really that different. Hello. It is very low. The volume's very low. Hello. Alright. I guess that is working. We're here for my 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend preview slash predictions. We are here in something that you have not seen yet. My all-time league. I'm in an online all-time league on NBA 2K25. I guess y'all can see my team. This is my team. Cade, Harden, Glenn Rice, AD, Shaq. I always feel that is very important. Anytime I do a draft, if Anthony Davis or Victor Wembanyama is available, because I feel they're the easiest Giannis stoppers. And one of the other people that I'm in an online league with continuously get Giannis. So I always feel it's important to have AD or Wemby, which Wemby went very early in this draft. Regardless, the bench is Drew Holiday, Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton, Porzingis, Bam, and then Hero, Horace Grant, and Bobby Portis, Scott Skiles. I did not draft those. We stopped drafting after the 10th round. If it was up to me, we would have done the whole damn draft, but people were ready to go. Regardless, we're here. I hate the beginning process of going through these different things and having to cut the music off of all of it because I don't want to get in trouble for copyrights and all that crap. So that's what I've been spending the past 5 minutes doing. But we're here intentionally playing in Golden State because that is where this weekend's All-Star Weekend festivities are at. I did a predictions video last year, but the main difference there is I was playing triple threat. Okay. Thing one. I believe sound effects. Okay, they're gone. Nope, they're not. This is what I hate. I don't want in any trouble because of this. In the grand scheme of things, this shit might not matter, but to me it does. Okay, now it's gone. Thing two, we did get blocked, but I'm going to ignore it. I'm trying to think. I said a lot in last year's All-Star Weekend predictions. One is notable and will be talked about a little bit later when we get to the actual All-Star game, but just All-Star Weekend is meant to be fun, and a lot of people, like, first of all, it's very funny that they had the All-Star Weekend logo over there, but they should and probably do have it in real life. I've always enjoyed the All-Star game and watched it and etc. I personally think 2021 was kind of the end of it, in quotations, because that was the year, it was the COVID year, and they did everything that Sunday night. There was not even any fans, and to be fair, the players would rather just probably had time off and a vacation. The next year was a bit of a revival and fun because that was the All-Star, the top 75, the NBA 75 All-Star Weekend, and so all the legends were there for that. And that was kind of the main event, and the game was just extra. And to be fair, that game did go to the wire, and LeBron hit a clutch shot, and it was in Cleveland. So that All-Star Weekend does feel forgotten because the last two have just been forgettable. I will be honest, with the dunk contest, the only dunk I remember from last year's dunk contest is Jaylen Brown dunking over Kai Schnatt. And I mainly remember it because it became a meme, and it wasn't even that impressive of a dunk. Regardless, I enjoy All-Star. Like, I praise All-Star Weekend just to bash it because I feel that a lot of other people just bash it. And I do feel the, most interesting thing for All-Star Weekend is, A, the three-point contest because that is where the stars are at. That's, it's always highly competitive. And who is going to be a first-time All-Star and who's not. And, like, the lead-up in the discussion into All-Star Weekend is, like, who's going to be the first-time All-Stars and who's going to be snubbed and whatnot. So, it is what it is. Also, I'll give them credit. The jerseys this year are very good. And I always say I'm going to get an All-Star jersey. I'm back. I'm lying again. I wanted to get an All-Star jersey of Ja and or Jaren from their first All-Star games, but they weren't the craziest. And I do own one All-Star jersey, and it's Scottie Pippen from the 96 All-Star game, whatever year they wore. Because one year they wore teal, and then the previous year they wore purple, but it's the same design but just different color scheme. And what sucks about it is the year prior, Scotty won the All-Star Weekend or the All-Star Game MVP award. So it would have been fitting if I had the jersey from the year he won the MVP. But that, again, doesn't matter. I love the jersey because it's an All-Star jersey, and I like Scottie Pippen. So I just wanted to do a humble brag and whatnot. And it's been a hot minute since I've actually bought a jersey. Regardless, y'all are here for All-Star Weekend predictions and previews. So the first thing to talk about is the Rising Star game. I would talk about the celebrity game. I did not know a lot of the people involved in the celebrity game. I know Bailey. Shout out Bailey. But I guess that'll be the team I root for the celebrity game. But the Rising Star game, the format is Run, TMC, and Jeremy Lin. So, for Team Chris Mullen, or Team, Run, TMC. Who's the C in this? I guess it's Chris. T for Tim. So, I was trying to, like, put it in order of the TMC, but the matchups don't match that, so I guess it doesn't matter. Regardless. For Team Chris Mullen, we have Stephon Castle, Jalen Wells, Zach Edey, who are all three in the top of the rookie ladder. So, very nice pairing there. And, again, will be the team I'm rooting for because they have two Grizzlies on it. Ron Dunn, Trace Jackson Davis, Dalton Connect, and Keontae George. They will be facing Team Tim Hardaway, who has Anthony Black, Tristan Da Silva, Grady Dick, Jaime Jaquez, Zachary Ricochet, Alex Sarr, and Brandon Podzinski, which this team has the top two picks of this year's draft. So it'll be interesting to see. I think this team probably. I'm rooting for Team Chris Mullen, and I do expect them to win this. Trying to get a block, couldn't get it. Now, Team Richmond has Tamari Kamara, who's popped off as the defender for the Trail Blazers, Bub Carrington, Balil Coulibaly, Scoot Henderson, Eve Messi, Amin, and Asor Thompson. So I do think this team is probably the favorite. How many sophomores they have? At least 4 sophomores. I don't think Tamari Kamara's a rookie. I think he's a sophomore. But it has both Thompson twins. I didn't even know. And I don't even know if this is true or not. I might be lying. But on here, in this fantasy league, Amin Thompson's up to like an 89, which not an 89. I think it's an 86. He's in the high 80s, which I don't even know if he is that in real life. But good on him, I guess, as I threw a sloppy pass. Okay. I would call a timeout, but I'm not. Now, Team Richmond will be going against Team Jeremy Lin, which is the G League All-Star team of J.D. Davidson, Matt McClung, Bryce McGowans, Leonard Miller, Dink Pate, who is, out of all these players, the only one I'm not familiar with, Reed Shepard, and Pat Spencer, brother of Cam Spencer. So I've got something in my eye. That is why that possession happened like it did. I would imagine Team Richmond would win, as I just gave them high praise. So this hypothetical scenario, we got Team Richmond versus Team Mullen. I'm going with Team Mullen to win. And as much as I'd like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with Zach Edey getting the MVP award. He's too damn big to not get it. I was going to say Jalen Wells, but his specialties defense, All-Star Weekend defense isn't really at the forefront. So that is the Friday night stuff. Now we're moving on to All-Star Saturday night. I don't know, and I would be shocked if they don't do something involving Steph Curry, because last year we had the Steph Curry Sabrina Ionescu 3-point competition, and it was rumored that they wanted to do Caitlin Clark and Sabrina Ionescu versus the Splash Brothers, but Caitlin Clark rejected it because she wanted to be a part of the WNBA All-Star game before this, which is understandable. But I would imagine something impromptu would pop up. Not impromptu will be the LiAngelo Ball performance, which will probably be the most noteworthy thing of the night. Now, the skills competition. I don't know if all 4 teams will go, because previous couple of years it's been teams of 3, which has been the hometown team, which this time around they do have a hometown team, a team full of rookies, and then a kind of mixture team. Sometimes it's all-stars, sometimes it's just whatever is needed. Where this year, we do have a rookie team. Got to get the rebound. We have the hometown team, and then we have 2 teams full of all-stars. So these teams consist of, and you know what? I miss like the graphic announcer of this. I saw this on Wikipedia. I'm like, this is what's actually going on here. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but skills competition kind of gets confusing at some points, considering, again, they keep changing it. So there's that. But the teams listed for this: the hometown team, Team Warriors, Draymond Green, and Moses Moody. Now, typically, the past couple of years as well, the hometown team wins this. If the hometown team wins this time around, I'll give them kudos, but I would be shocked. The team of rookies is Zachary Richichet and Alex Sarr, again, the top 2 picks. Team Spurs, who I would say might be the favorite, because it is Chris Paul and Victor Wembanyama. And Chris Paul, like, historically was very good at the skills competition. So maybe it's kind of like a tribute thing, putting him back in this. You know, I can't even really say they have the advantage, because history on their side, because one of the guys hasn't competed and one of them has. So I get, compared to the other teams, they do have the history advantage. And I'm mad as hell that did not go straight up in the corner. I need Porzingis to get right there. Okay, KG is doing us up, but we kept AD in check in too long. One thing that I like doing, this is just a random tidbit, I like drafting teams with players that have played on teams with one another. So Drew Holiday, I noticed this because Drew Holiday played with Middleton and is playing with Porzingis now. KG's doing us up. I'm trying to think if there's probably like other. Shaq played with Horace Grant and Scott Skiles. Granted, I didn't draft the last 2. It's just fitting. That was a terrible shot. There's got to be other teammates that I'm not thinking of. Glenn Rice, he also played with on one of the Laker championship teams. There we go. Now, I was going to miss because my mic was in the way. Okay. We're getting done. We were up by 10. Now we're only up by a freaking 4. Skills competition. And Team Cavs, I'd never said. The 2 All-Stars, Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley, who... Evan Mobley does have a skills competition win under his belt when the All-Star game was in Cleveland, but his 2 partners were Darius Garland and Jared Allen. So I think that's my picks for this. Again, they also, I guess, I'm trying to think who the hell has the history advantage. I'm going to go with Team Cavs to win this, though. Let's just put it that way. The hometown streak comes to an end. Now, the most interesting thing of All-Star Weekend, like I said, is the 3-point competition. And for this year, we have Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, Buddy Hield, Cam Johnson, Norman Powell, and multiple-time winner, who I believe is back-to-back winner as well, Damian Lillard. Now, do I go with the smart pick and pick the guy that has went back-to-back, or do I go a different route? Now, I will say, I do remember Buddy Hield won in 2020, and I picked that. Granted, I wasn't making videos then, but in my family, we were like, oh, who do you think's going to win this? And I picked Buddy Hield. The 1 year Luke Kennard, and this is before Luke Kennard was even on the Grizzlies, I picked Luke Kennard to win, and he didn't. I don't even remember who the hell I picked last year. I will say, Tyler Hero, I'm kind of leaning towards potentially picking. Garland as well. I think I'm going to... Do we go with the three-peat? And y'all successfully saw me blow a 10-point lead. Buddy Hield is interesting. Buddy Hield's got the advantage because he's on the Warriors. Don't know who Zach LaVine's coming in for. I guess Middleton. Who am I going to go with? I'm going to go with Damian Lillard. If it's not Damian Lillard, then I'm going to say Tyler Hero. I think Dame's going to three-peat and then retire from the three-point competition, not in general. Now we have the slam dunk contest, which I've previously mentioned. I have no memories of last year's dunk contest besides the Jaylen Brown dunk over a famous person in a chair, which someone hilariously pointed out it's not that impressive. It's just like he was dunking over the chair. Shout out. Bro, does Harden have all of our points? He has 18 already. That's crazy. The slam dunk competition this year includes back-to-back winner Matt McClung looking for a three-peat, Andre Jackson Jr., Stephon Castle, and Montez Buzelis. Now, the other three's dunking ability, they played like a highlight package, hyping it up. I couldn't tell you who the hell's going to win it and what experience they have. Matt McClung prepares all year for this, in my opinion. So I guess I'm going to go with another three-peat, and it be Matt McClung. Will he retire? I don't know. He's kind of young, so we'll see with that. As now we come to the main event, the big deal, the All-Star Game, which is underwent. Big fella, do you think you would have made the NBA if you were 1 foot shorter? You know what's funny about that? Is you see Shaq is here. He's also playing in the game. And very rarely do I see these halftime reports as well. Because normally I simcast and don't even get to halftime. So I wonder if they make them re-record lines every year. I imagine they do. But it is what it is. All right. This year we have 4 teams. We have the team that will be winning on Friday night, which I guess, in a good thing, makes that game mean a little bit more because they are playing against the All-Stars. So maybe they'll have a little bit more of an edge to them. We have Shaq's OGs. The team that was drafted by Shaq consisted of Anthony Davis, who is out with injury and is replaced by his real-life teammate, Kyrie Irving. Stephen Curry, Jaylen Brown, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, and LeBron James. Now, this is the team that will play the Rising Stars team. And so, what team? I said Team Mullen would win this. I will admit to y'all. So, here's the other thing. A lot of people were saying that this draft was faked and rigged. Because, if you immediately looked at the teams, they all had, a theme. Which goes back to my point of last year a little bit. And so my idea was that you have themed matchups. Now, am I saying they ripped me off? Not really, because they could have just went straight up with it. But now they're trying to make it seem unintentional that this was the case by having the draft and whatnot, where they could have intentionally set it up this way. But I will say, putting the team of, in quotation, OGs against the Rising Stars, I was thinking in advance. What if the Rising Star team like completely turns up and wins this matchup and then moves on? The OG team would be. I would say they would be embarrassed, but the problem with the All-Star game is nobody at the end of the weekend, and once the regular season games are back, we don't really care that much. So it'll last a week at the most. So we'll see what the hell happens there. But I will admit, I do think there is reason that the OG team is playing against the Rising Star team because they have the big experience advantage, especially over the other two All-Star teams. About to mention this, James Harden misses his first shot of the game. So I will be rooting for the Rising Stars team just to see how the hell that debate and situation goes. Okay, I'm a little upset with that being a foul. I'm going to root for the Rising Stars team. That is also led by Candace Parker on this night. I get Shaq's OGs. I'm going to go with Shaq's OGs winning. Now we have Chuck's Global Stars. Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is being replaced by Trae Young because he is out with injury. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Donovan Mitchell, Alperen Sengun, Pascal Siakam, Karl Anthony Towns, and Victor Wembanyama. Which, if you look at the rest of the All-Stars involved, they couldn't really rig it to have any other international players because everybody else is American. So that is why you can't have a team full of All-Stars. I'm going to call a timeout because I feel this is going to go a lot closer than I want it to be. Now, Chuck's Global Stars will be facing Kenny's Young Stars, consisting of Jalen Brunson, Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Darius Garland, Tyler Hero, my guy, Jaren Jackson Jr., Evan Mobley, and Jalen Williams. As much as I'd like for Jaren to win All-Star Game MVP, again, defense is not really a big factor when it comes to the All-Star Game, so I feel that he does not have an advantage or that much of a chance. Now, when it comes to this Global Stars versus Young Stars game, I think I'm going to go with the Global Stars to win. So then we get the big matchup of the Global Stars versus Shaq's OGs. I wouldn't be that surprised if Shaq's OGs wins and Steph ends up with the MVP award for the All-Star game. I will admit, the one thing that I remember about last year's prediction video is I picked Anthony Edwards to win All-Star Game MVP, and then he proceeded to shoot with one hand in the All-Star Game and make me look head-ass, and I don't even remember who got the damn All-Star Game MVP award last year. I remember the year before was Tatum. So last year was... Oh, I think it was Dame. Who... He is in this All-Star game, right? Yeah, he's in Shaq's OGs. If I had to, make one, I'm going to go with Shai getting the All-Star Game MVP award. I wouldn't be that surprised if it ends up being Steph. Maybe LeBron's like, you know what? I want one more of these. And LeBron goes off for this. But if I had to make a prediction, I'm going to go with Shai winning and Chuck's Global Stars winning this game. Now, if I was more prepared, what I keep talking about and referring to last year is I said what they should do is announce the All-Star teams. So we have our 13 and 13. And then you break them down like it was a wrestling match and build a card and a whole night based off matchups that you would want to see. So, for instance, the one that I kept referring to last year is you want to see USA versus the world? It fit last year because 5 of the 10 starters for the All-Star game were Shai, Embiid, Giannis, Jokic, and Shai, Jokic, Embiid, Embiid. It was somebody else that was international. It's going to bother the hell out of me now. And so with that, you could have the other five who were American. And your big main event matchup, 5-on-5 game, would be Team USA versus the world, which we always see like the hypothetical graphics and notes of, oh, Luca. It was Luca, who the main reason I forgot him is not an All-Star this year. And even though every freaking NBA related note for the past 2 weeks has been Luca related due to the trade, so I'm actually very surprised I forgot about him. Uh, Also, has only played like twice since then. So they could have like broke it down, and they're technically doing it now. And the main reason that I was suggesting this is like now you don't have guys playing the full All-Star game, which is not really ever the case, but like it's broken down into where they could play a certain amount of minutes, etc. So they're kind of going with what I suggested. And I do feel also as well they're going to end up changing it every year because the main thing that is needed is effort. And we don't know where the effort level will be. But I will also say it's just like at the end of the day, once Thursday comes around, because that's when games come back, it'll be all forgotten and it's back to work. It's very much, and this is going to sound terrible, it's very much like a work week. You're ready for Friday. You're ready for Friday night. You're not doing anything that damn crazy. And the Rise Star game's it's not really that crazy. So then you're ready for Saturday. That's where all the fun's had, all the shocking stuff is had, etc. Then you get to Sunday, you get to Sunday night, we get to the All-Star game, and you're like, damn, it's about to be done. Damn, like, where the hell did the weekend go, you know? And then, like I said, it's just back to work soon after it. So, I'm upset as hell that was not a foul, but I'm also, okay. We're going to do a replay of this because I want to see how far he went into the stands. So I'm going to finish this game out for y'all and then upload this video. If you've not been watching my videos this week, I did not get crossed. I guess technically I did because I did reach for the ball. So that's why I went this far ahead. Luckily, I was able to recover enough to get the points in. If you've not watched my videos this week, I've had a phone/camera issue, and I'm still working on it. So this video could have been a lot shorter if I had just filmed it straight up as like a regular predictions video. But last year I filmed this on 2K, my predictions video on 2K. So I thought I would just do it the same here. The difference is I was playing Triple Threat in my team then, which I have played that mode on this game for like maybe an hour the day that I got the game. I go in every so often to see what the daily prize is and potentially get, if I would like potentially might get something cool, you know. And I will admit, I used to traditionally love the All-Star Week stuff in my team because you would normally get free cards and whatnot. And last year I played a lot of it because they had like retro All-Star jerseys involved, which, you know, I cared a lot about unlocking those. So that being said, I've not played a lot of my team this year, is the point being said. Yes, we're going to have a jump ball. If you're wondering why Chris Middleton is number 91, I respect Desmond Bain too much to let somebody wear 22. So that is why Chris Middleton is 91. Well, he's also 91 because when I changed his number, I saw that he was born in 1991. So, and also, you could consider it a Dennis Rodman tribute, I guess. Timeout. I don't know why they're trying to delay the inevitable. Don't know why I really had an accent to that. I play. Y'all see that game? Y'all that score bug down there? It was Grizzlies Rockets. The Rockets had Carmelo Anthony. It was their team was Melo, Shaq, C Webb. For some reason, no one wanted to guard Melo, and it bothered the absolute hell out of me. So y'all can see how many he had almost all their points. Maybe Cade might get All-Star Game MVP if he plays like this. Shut up, Cade. We got 2 minutes left. Filming this after the Grizzlies-Clippers game. Does suck that the Grizzlies lost, but we do not do well in California. We lost twice to the Lakers this year in California. We lost twice to the Warriors this year. Now we've lost to the Clippers in California. Granted, it's a back-to-back, which they mentioned on commentary that we have one of the better records on back-to-backs. So it's nothing that dramatic, but it's also the All-Star break. We got a week before we come back and play, which our first game back is against the Pacers on the road. Very tough schedule to finish out the year, but just get through it, I guess. That's the best way to put it. Good, fun game last night against the Suns as well. I'm mad that they let that happen, but I saw it happen and couldn't do anything about it. As my neighbor is leaving his house at like way late at night. He leaves for like 30 minutes and then comes back every night. I don't mean to be snitching on him, but it's very noticeable. It's way later tonight than normal. I'm glad this is toward the end of the video that I'm saying this. I'm revealing way too much. Now, I'm going to sim this. Y'all see that there's a minute left. The other day, I simmed one of these, and I was up by like 20 plus with like 2 minutes left. And dead ass, they tried to make it way closer than it needed to be. Now, this time around, that's not the case. Y'all see the stats and all that. Hart only missed one freaking shot. Should be leading candidate for MVP. Now, that being said, I'm done with this video. I know this is a way drawn out and longer All-Star game, All-Star weekend preview video, but I wanted to get this full game in, and y'all are here for the ride of that. So I do appreciate y'all all for watching this. Hopefully you enjoy the All-Star weekend stuff if you're watching it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, because I'll see you in the next one, and I'm out for now. Goodbye. Bye-bye.